Before we start off with today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my friends over at So Avant-Garde. So Avant-Garde is a place where you can go and you can explore a wide range of niche perfumery, so much variety. They have discovery sets, they have samples, they have a lot to offer for those looking to elevate their collection, those who are curious about other things, of other qualities, of other brands in perfumery. All right, so save yourself some money. Use my code DEDRICK10. DEDRICK10 gets you 10% off on anything on So Avant-Garde. All right, so I know a lot of people are really in love with the brand of Mind Games as well. So I got something for you too. You want to head over to Mind Games and do some discovery, do some searching, do some looking, save yourself some money by using Dedrick10 as well over at mindgames.com. All right, so head over there, see what you like, see what you're interested in. I recommend sampling. All right, and then you can get you a good feel if you want to make a purchase from So Avant-Garde or mindgames.com. All right, so y'all check it out. Let me know what you guys get into, what you guys like. Let me know down below in the comments, man. And happy exploring for sure. All right, let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here in this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right, so today we are back with recommendations, fragrances that I have talked about, brands that I have talked about, and these are fragrances that I wonder why you guys ain't tried yet. And the reason why I'm putting this video out or wording it this way is because I've talked about these fragrances, and then I get a lot of you guys still, you know, answering me questions, asking me questions, want to know about this, that, and the third, and I'm cool with that. I'm here for that. I'm here for the fragrance conversations, but sample these fragrances, y'all. Y'all don't gotta blind buy these bottles. Some of these fragrances are very expensive that we're gonna be talking about, even on the gray market, the discounted sites. But small samples are out there that can run you at a very affordable price. Get your nose on them. You could be missing out on the potential next best thing as far as your fragrance collection goes or fragrance experience goes. So these are fragrances, like I said, I've recommended, brands that I have recommended. Tap into them. You know, if you're that curious, you don't gotta blind buy. Now, my blind buy warriors, salute to y'all. What's good with y'all? But sample. And this is a video kind of encouraging that. I am encouraging that at all times. So let's go ahead and tap into these 10, some of the dopest fragrances in my collection, and something that I definitely think you guys should consider getting a sample of, getting your nose on, and see if they are for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Up first, from the house of Nichane, with the seasons changing, you'll see a lot of these fragrances being featured in the upcoming fall and winter seasons, especially this one in the wintertime. From the house of Nichane, we have Fan Your Flames. Fan Your Flames. Been a while since I talked about this fragrance here on the channel, and this is a beautiful tobacco masterpiece. This is such a unique fragrance. This ain't for everybody. That's why I recommend the sampling, the coconut, the rum, the tobacco, the cedar wood. Just so many different things going on in this fragrance that make it super unique. No one's gonna smell like you if you're wearing this. For the cooler temperatures, particularly in the late evenings and night times during the fall as well, but I more so wear this in the winter time. All right, so cooler, colder nights, dressed up, walking out the door, ready for a great night out. Most likely me and my wife are going out for a date night. This is something that I definitely consider wearing. It's a bit bold, a bit masculine, but it also is sweet, but it's unique at the end of the day. So worth a sample for sure. Get your nose on it, y'all, if you have not already. I always have talked about this fragrance a lot since I've acquired it a couple of years ago, and this stuff is fire. From the house of Nichane, we have Fan Your Flames, one of the great recommendations, I believe, from this channel. All right. Up next, to all my gourmand lovers, all my aphrodisiac connoisseurs, all right? And what do I mean by that? To be, for me, the note of honey is an aphrodisiac for me, man. I love this stuff in so many different ways, and when it comes down to fragrance, this is the best by far honey-based fragrance that I've ever smelled, but it has so much more to offer from the house of Zaharoff, on probably the dopest bottle in the collection, just maybe. This plate is crazy. We have Signature Orum. Signature Orum from the house of Zaharoff. I am not the typical gourmand fan. I do enjoy gourmands, but certain gourmands that have certain styles, and this is one of them here for sure. The honey in this is raw and animalic, very sweet, realistic. And I've told the story once before. My mom used to, take me and my siblings to the farmer's market, and they would have raw, real honey in these jars with the comb in it and everything, like just cut open from the comb into the jar, just raw. And I remember smelling that because they would put on like these little crackers or an apple or something like that, and they would have samples around in the farmer's market where I grew up, the town that I grew up in. And this is immediately what my mind went to when I smelled this for the first time. This is very sexy to me, very exotic. This fragrance, when I wear it, I have intentions on having a wonderful time. Just intent with this fragrance for me. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful, realistic nature of honey. I recommend it for all my gourmand lovers looking for something new, but looking for something that is unique, new and unique. And this fragrance has been out a little bit over a year, so it's fairly new to the community. But Zaharoff has samples available. You pay a couple of bucks and get a nice sample size and get your nose on it for sure. But all my gourmand lovers, this is one that I highly recommend. Get your nose on, sample it. You love honey, anything remotely close to sweet gourmand fragrances, here you go. Ain't gonna be for everybody, but it's for me. From the house of Zaharoff, we have Signature Orum. Signature Orum. All right, up next from the house of Nazar Fragrances, this is something incredible. Pound for pound, my favorite from the house, and Terrence and his team did a fantastic job with this fragrance. Again, from the house of Nazar Fragrances, we have Black Butter. Black Butter from the house of Nazar. With the temperatures changing, this is one that is going to work. Buttery mango, butter, blueberry, vanilla. There's this burnt, like brown sugar texture or core to this fragrance. This stuff is fire. Luxury, fit for a king. Another fragrance that I will definitely be dressing up as I go out into the cooler weather. And I would wear this, particularly, yes, in the evenings and in the nighttime. But if it's a colder day during the day, and let's say, me and my wife are just stepping out for a chill winter's day, or a chill winter's day where we just, we're doing some shopping, getting some lunch, something like that, and it's just cold. Believe it or not, in Jacksonville, we do get those temperatures. Believe it or not, this is something I would definitely wear. Why? Because this stuff it's uplifting for me. It's luxury. It has sex appeal. It has confidence attached to it. There's a lot of positives with this fragrance, and you can get a lot of those experiences with the House of Nazar, with so many things that they have to offer. So use my code King Dedrick 15. And this is something to tap into. A lot of fragrances are coming back in stock on Nazar, so keep your eyes closed. But this one I highly recommend. And by the way, the price is the price. The price is the price. You want the experience? You'll check it out for yourself. And this is a second to none experience when it comes to fragrance. From the house of Nazar Fragrances, we have Black Butter. Man, look here, man. This stuff is awesome. It is awesome. All right, up next from my friends over at Scent Journey. I know the summer is winding down, but if you live down here in the South, you still get some warmer afternoons. So if you're going out for a late lunch or early dinner, maybe you're out by some waterfront where it's a little bit warm, not scorching hot, but still getting the last squeeze of summer, this is one to look into. From the house of Scent Journey, we have Bellini Brunch. Bellini Brunch. I have talked about the brand countless times on this channel, but this is the first time talking about Bellini Brunch. Wow. Champagne, coconut, peach, Just a very uplifting, vibrant, refreshing scent. Unisex down the line. This is one of Tony's best, and when I mean best, I mean best creations that he has made. This is in the top 3 for me. This is in the top 3. The first time I smelled it, I said, wow, 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 wow. So like I said, summer is dwindling down. We are going into fall, but if you're down here in the South and maybe some warmer states, wearing this out to a late lunch or early dinner where you're in the evening time where you're getting a little bit of that warmth where the sun is starting to feel real good instead of uncomfortable, you can still pull something off like this. But Tony has so many different offerings from the house, but I definitely want to highlight this and put some shine on this. The brand is incredible. Check it out. You can save 10% on anything on the site by using Dedrick 10. All the information is down below. But Scent Journey, it's one to get your nose on. These independent niche brands, they deserve just as much shine as these other bigger brands out here. And this stuff is incredible. From the house of Scent Journey, we have Bellini Brunch. Get your nose on it. Samples are available. Discovery sets are available from the house of Scent Journey. All right, up next, one of the newer additions to the collection, and I love this stuff. I've been wanting to add this to the collection for quite some time, maybe a little bit over a year and a half, I believe, and we finally were able to get it for an excellent price. Shout out to Vimba Fragrances. Anybody who is over at Vimba, if you're watching this, salute to y'all. All right, we have from the house of Initio, we have Paragon. Paragon, beautiful. Don't get this confused with the other bottles like Must Therapy that look like this. There are some different color textures with the plates, but back to Paragon. Beautiful pineapple, Palo Santo, sandalwood fragrance here, man. It is so perfectly blended. The lavender, there's a little kick of spice in it from the black pepper. The white sage is a unique note that you get here, but the plum really stands out. It's a lighter plum. It's not dark and fruity and almost boozy like, but it's a lighter plum, very bright. This is really versatile for any occasion during the fall and the winter time, and even in the spring. Wouldn't wear this in the summer in the high heat unless of course you're indoors, but this is one that is just attractive, just like Must Therapy. There's something about Paragon. I love plum fragrances. I know a lot of you guys do too, but this is more. This is one for the more versatile occasions where you're maybe trying to figure out something to wear for several occasions. But if you land on Paragon, it can just fit the bill for everything. Get your sample of this. Get your nose on it. Maybe your local department stores may have this. Your local dealers, or Nordstrom's, or Neiman's, or Saks. Go get your nose on it. You love plum. This is one to look into. You will be seeing this being talked about a lot in the upcoming winter and fall content. From the house of Initio, get your nose on this, y'all. We have Paragon. Paragon is fire, you understand me. All right, up next, man, I tell you what, when I first got this, it wasn't my favorite from the house, but it went up all the way to number 2. And this is a very popular house. Whether they're niche or designer, I don't know. I'll leave that conversation up to y'all. But this has grown to be one of my real deal favorites that come from this line. From the house of Guerlain, we have LOM L Intense. L Intense, one that does not get talked about a lot on this channel. I know I talk about it quite a bit on this channel, and this is beautiful. This is the spiciest take on the DNA. You get this pimento note in here, and it's like a spiced cherry. That's what I get with this fragrance, a spiced cherry. It's so good, man. It's smooth. The blend is very smooth. I get like a spiced cherry effect with that Guerlain LOM DNA, that LOM DNA. That's what I get here. But the pimento chili note, I believe, it's one of the two. That's giving that spicy effect. I'm a fan of this. The EDP is still my favorite by a hair because I love cherry so much, the leather and the boozy effect in it. But this is a close second. Almost 1A, 1B for me. There are samples available on this. I did see some on Max Aroma. If I can find them, they'll be already linked down where you can get a sample of this. But this is one to look into for all my spicy fragrance lovers. All right, if you love the Guerlain LOM DNA, this is one to look into if you like a little bit of a spice, and it's really good. From the house of Guerlain, we have LOM L Intense. Don't sleep on this one. A lot of people have the bottles keep changing on these. There was an all black bottle, which I really, really wanted. But now I was able to get these bottles and they changed them again. And I think they changed them again. All right, so be careful. Read the sticker. Make sure you're ordering the correct thing because a lot of the bottles look similar, but this is fire. All right, up next, simply a masterpiece. I believe every man that's into fragrance, especially my enthusiasts, every man that's into fragrance should get their nose on this at least once. Whether you smell it, you sample it, or you end up getting a full bottle. It's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. It's top 10 in my collection, and it is absolutely gorgeous. From the house of DEDRICK, we have DEDRICK Parfums, Burlington 1819. Yes, sir. This is sensational. Actually, at the recording of this video, it is actually my scent of the day. It's what I wore to work today. Beautiful. On my skin, I get it's almost like this dried fruit. I get the cinnamon. I do get the rum in here. The animalic tones in here are not out of control on my skin. I actually enjoy them. It kind of gives it like this almost sharp musk tone to it that doesn't smell bad. I've heard some people mention that, but does nothing crazy for me. But this is absolutely mind-blowing. 10 out of 10, a masterpiece. Every man that is a fragrance enthusiast, and you're a collector and you're into the discovery and stumbling upon things like DEDRICK, you have to get your nose on this. Sample it or smell it or get you a bottle. This is something that is so appreciated in the community, but I believe it needs to be more appreciated in the community. Get your nose on this, fellas. Get your nose on. Very elegant, very classy. I usually wear this to the office or when I'm really getting dressed up. This would be an option for sure. Get your nose on this, man. From the house of DEDRICK, we have DEDRICK Parfums, Burlington 1819. I super co-sign this. Super co-sign this, all right? Up next, man, in my opinion, one of the better offerings from the house that no one talks about. I think it's better than the probably overall popular consensus from this house, and I'm just going to keep it a buck, in my opinion, but this stuff is fire. From the house of DEDRICK, all right, we have 1861 DICK. 1861, I believe this is the first time this is making it on this channel. I recommend you getting your nose on this. The house of DEDRICK is beautiful. Tobacco, iris, there's a white floral tone to this as well. There's a citrus up top, long-lasting, great performer. This is a unique blend. The note of iris in here comes off a little bit powdery, but a little bit has some earthy touches to it as well. The tobacco in here is kind of a little bit dry, kind of dry tobacco, but the vanilla or the amber is one of the two that are in here that obviously is giving it its sweetness. But this is a unique take on a tobacco iris style fragrance, and I love this. I personally enjoy this more than Naxos and several other offerings from DEDRICK. When I smelled this for the first time on a live stream on a What's in the Bag, I was blown away. I was floored. The mid and the dry down is where this really shines. It really shines. Get your nose on this. Get you a sample. It's worth you know, getting not familiar with, but I guess trying. Especially if you're a DEDRICK fan. A lot of DEDRICK lovers, when I mention this, they're kind of like, oh yeah, I've seen it. What do you mean you've seen it? What you think about it? Talk to me, because this is up there with one of my favorites from the house. Highly recommended for the cooler months. Get you a sample. Like, this is one to check out, y'all, for sure. You'll be seeing this a lot in fall and winter content. Hell, it could be even on my top 10 for fall, as that video is coming up really soon. But from the house of DEDRICK, beautiful fragrance. We have 1861 DICK. 1861 DICK. This stuff is fire. You understand me? All right, two more left to talk about. I love the note of rose. I love different roses. Pretty much all roses except like a couple of, you know, notes of rose that are just kind of like no for me. But this one, it's so fresh. It's so clean. It's jammy. It's a jammy rose texture to it. And it's just one of those roses that I wish I would see more conversation about. Very versatile. Unisex, leans a little feminine, yes, because of the note of rose. We all, you know, the conversation there. But this stuff is fire. From the house of Sana Jardine, all right, we have Incense Water. Incense Water. I have talked about this a couple of times in the past on the channel, but this is one of the more nicer rose fragrances, man. Just smelling it, I get this. It's like a citrus, like a sparkly citrus, like it's like half jammy rose and half fresh rose. That's what I'm getting here. A little bit of earthy tones with this as well. This is great to wear to the office. This is even great for a date night. All my fellas out there who are into rose, and ladies, you can wear this too. Long lasting. This is a performer. I only have a 50 ml here, but a couple of sprays last. So all my big time all my big time lovers of performance beast fragrances, I ain't gonna say this is a beast, but it's an excellent performer. I've worn this on a date night with me and my wife once before. She complimented me. She likes this herself. She probably even, forgets that I have it. But this is one for sure. I might wear this week to the office because I have been in the mood for rose, and it works. Like I said, fresh, bright, clean, musky, citrusy, and a beautiful balance of rose. I definitely highly recommend this. From the house of Sana Jardin Paris, we have Incense Water. The name can be misleading. There is no incense in this fragrance. The name could be misleading. I don't know why they call it incense water. Maybe there's some more history there, but I definitely got to look into it. This stuff is fire. All right. And last but not least, now the greatest blue fragrance of all time to me is Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum. Y'all know that. If y'all been rocking with me, y'all know that. But this right here is it's either 1B or a close second. From the house of Ex Nihilo Paris, we have Blue Talisman. Blue Talisman, this caught the fragrance world by storm earlier in the year, and rightfully so. Pear, orange, ginger, woods, musk. For me personally, this is elite, versatile, everyday, anytime, any place, anywhere style of a scent. The top of the mountain when it comes to blue style fragrances. The quality is there, but the texture and the tones of what this is composed of is just absolutely sensational. Yes, there are clones of this out there, but in my opinion, some of them come really close. They do a really good job, but there's nothing like the OG. Nothing like the OG. This for being popular and being sold out at the rate that it was. Yes, rightfully so, and I had to have a full bottle, and I'm glad that I do. I highly recommend it. If you're a blue fragrance lover, meaning shower jelly fragrances, in particular, those bright, soapy, maybe aquatic style scents that have those blue vibes, like your YSLs and your Blue Chanels and your Dior Sauvages and stuff like that. To me, this is at the top of the hill, and it's sharing the hill with Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Excellent stuff. Get you a sample. They're everywhere. Samples of this are everywhere. Sample the OG. You can get the clone and experience the clones, yes, but sample the OG. I love this stuff, so I am on the hype train. If you're not on the hype train, cool. But for me, you need to get your nose in this if you love blue fragrances. From the house of Ex Nihilo, we have Blue Talisman. This stuff is fantastic. All right, so that's going to wrap up today's video. These are the 10 fragrances that I've talked about and I've recommended, from the houses. First time for Xerjoff on here in Bellini Brunch, first time in Paragon, but I've talked about the houses. Look into the houses as well. These are stellar fragrances. They serve major purposes in my collection. And get your nose on them, sample them, y'all. Get your sample. I have some stuff tagged. I have some stuff down below in my description for you guys to check these out for sure. All right, so let me know what you guys have been recommending, that you have been telling people, yo, smell this, bro, smell this, and y'all do it to me. There's a few things that y'all, especially my man who always saying, D, get your nose on Cosmic Pepper, D, get your nose on it. He comes to mind, and I still haven't, but I will. All right, so until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Positive energy, positive vibes. As always, man, spike it up, spike it down, spike that thing all around, all right? And remember, what you put out to this world, that's exactly what you are going to get back. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the love. Until next time, of course, peace, y'all.